Good day, this 108th day, meaningful moments, 365 days. So a meaningful moment came for me yesterday. Perhaps you can relate to times you have gone into different circles, different groups of individuals. Maybe it was, when you were back in school, or when you started your job for the first time, or you switched your job at some point in your life, or when you found yourself in maybe a different group of friends. Maybe it's a new activity or interest that you had that you joined a group. And then maybe you're at some point in your life where all of a sudden you find yourself meeting your child, now an adult's, partner's family. So that was the meaningful moment for me. And the way I experienced it was at random. So here's an interesting little story. My daughter and her partner have been together for several years, and I've met, both my husband and I have met his parents on a different occasion before and spent some time with them. But this time we got to meet his sister as well. So it was our families gathered together and having an outdoor meal. But what was at random was that we began to exchange some, personal background that we hadn't really touched on before. And we all can relate to that, how we slip into a group and we share just a little bit more. Maybe it's right off the bat, or maybe it's after a couple of times that we've been in that circle or that group. And then things open up a little bit more. And that's the way it was yesterday. But what was really coincidental was that as we did this, we discovered so many pieces that fit in terms of parts of our lives that we were exploring, things that we have been more aware of. It so happens that my daughter and her partner's mom, my daughter's studying for nursing, her partner's mom is a nurse. And so there's that piece about healing, as well as the energy medicine training that I'm doing now, which is also about healing. So, suddenly we have this figure that's going around, and we learn some more pieces about that and about just sharing, different parts of that journey of healing and the different types of healers that there are, and having had experiences with all those kinds of things. But who would have known? It seemed at random. But what was really interesting then was that right down the block from where we ate is this really cool little retro lounge. It's one of those supper clubs from Wisconsin, if you're familiar with that, like only Wisconsin can do. It's so cool. These little supper clubs is what they used to be, but this one happens to be a little lounge and cocktail place. So we went to sit there for a little while and spent another, good time just enjoying the company. And the place is called At Random. So that seemed to be apropos. And on top of that, what I gleaned from this meaningful moment at random is that when we open ourselves to share these parts that are truly, authentically us, sometimes it happens at random, but the door is open then to these different exchanges that we have with other individuals. That's really such a beautiful part. And it happens rather at random. And it's just that intention to be who we truly are. And maybe just perhaps you'll find that all of a sudden, you find these different connections. And we all have them. And if we're open to the possibility, it's easier to connect than to just think people are really different from us. And wherever you find yourself, whatever the situation, whatever the places that you're at, or who you're with, or even in unlikely groups that you may have not seen yourself finding a resonance with. But this opportunity to just be open and let the at random unfold can be quite amazing, if not in fact wonderful. So on this beautiful day, I'm honoring and cherishing all those at random moments. Blessings upon your day.